Hello, I am Miss Kingsley, and this video is about multiplying using an area model and partial products. So here is what all those words were, so you can see them. Multiplying using an area model and partial products. So before we go through two examples, I just wanted to review with you the three different ways that we've taught multiplying. I'm not going to go through them each, but just so it's captured all on one piece of chart paper. I'm going to take this chart paper and make it full screen. Remember, this is a video, so you can pause it. You can take pictures of a screen to help you, and so use it as a tool. So here we go. So, hopefully, there we go. So you can see that we have taught three different ways to solve multiplication problems. These are 2-digit times 2-digit problems. On this paper, the exact same problem is solved three different ways. The way on the left is what we call the traditional or old school method that many of us older people learned to use. And the method in the middle is the one we're going to be going over today, which is the area model using partial products. The one on the right is also partial products without the use of the area model or the box. So honestly, many of our kids are most successful with this middle one, which is why I'm going to be going over that one today. So I'm going to shift to going over an example in just a second. Hi, I'm back, and I'm going to share my screen so that you can see my whiteboard. And here we go. So our problem is 35 times 79. It could be written vertically or could be written horizontally. It's the same problem. The first step is we draw our area model, which starts with drawing a rectangle. Since this one is 2 digits times 2 digits, this is what our area model is going to look like. We draw a line vertically, and I tend to draw it so that this side is bigger than the right side because these numbers are going to be slightly bigger. And then we're going to draw a horizontal line across the middle like that. Now, to be successful at doing multiplication with the area model, we need to be able to use expanded form of these numbers. So just a quick refresher, expanded form of 35 is equal to 30 plus 5. And expanded form of 79 is equal to 70 plus 9. So we use that expanded form to set up our area model. So here's how we set it up. The 35 is in expanded form down the left side, and the 79 is in expanded form above the top. So now we're going to multiply these numbers to get 4 different partial products, they're called. So knowing which numbers to multiply is a little tricky at first, but I like my students to use their fingers. It works very much like a multiplication chart. So you put your finger on your 2 numbers, and one goes across and one comes down, and where they meet, those are the 2 numbers being multiplied. So it looks like this. In this first example, I'm going to write in the details. So this is 30 times 70 is going to go in that box. This box is going to be 30 times 9. And this box is going to be 5 times 70. And this last box is going to be 5 times 9. Now we need to fill in our products for these. So if you haven't seen my video on multiplying with multiples of 10, that would help you here. But 30 times 70, we take our 2 digits that are not 0, so multiply them together, get 21. And now we're going to add 2 zeros. So our partial product for this box is 2100 or 2100. Over here we have 30 times 9, so we have 3 times 9 is 27, add 1 0. On the bottom we have 5 times 7, 35, add 1 0. 5 times 9 is 45. There are no zeros involved. Now, the next step to get to our answer is we need to add together these 4 partial products. And once you get better at this, you can leave off the steps in between, but they do help you not make mistakes with the zeros, which is one of our more common mistakes with this problem, this approach. So now we're going to add these up, and the most important thing when we're adding these up is to write neatly and get your place value correctly. Because if your place value is off, when you add, you're going to be adding the wrong numbers. So here I have, you notice, and you could use grid paper if that helps you. I recommend that to a lot of my students to keep everything in a neat line here, all my ones place, tens place, hundreds place, and thousands place. So now I'm going to add these up, and you can take your time in doing this. I'm going to do it fairly quickly. We have 4 plus 5 is 9, plus 7 is 16. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 2 is 4, plus 3 is 7. Bring down the 2 and add my comma. So the answer to this problem is 2,765. If we did it the traditional way or the third way, they all get the same answer. Okay, I'm going to bring you a second practice problem, and this one I want you to try to do on your own by pausing the video. I'll be right back in just a second. Okay, I am back, and here comes my second problem here. Hold on, lost it. There it is. Okay, sorry about that. Had to find the right share button. Okay, so here we have 25 times 63. So I am going to say at the count of 3, pause the video. The first challenging step is to get the correct numbers in these 4 places. The next challenging step is to get the correct products. And the third challenging step is to add the sum of the products together. So you may join me again at any point after you pause it and try it yourself. So 1, 2, 3, pause the video and try this. Okay, assume you're coming back to me, and we're going to do this one together now. See how you did. So our 25 becomes 20 and 5. Our 63 becomes 60 and 3. We multiply our 20 times our 60, and we have 12, 2 times 6 plus 2 zeros. So we end up with 1,200 in that square. 5 times 60, 5 times 6 is 30. Notice that's a little tricky because I already have a 0 in my product, but I still need to pick up this 0. So my product for that box is actually 300. That's a common mistake, is to leave off that extra 0. So try to pay attention to that. 20 times 3 is going here. 2 times 3 is 6. Add 1 0. And lastly, 5 times 3 is 15. Okay, so we're through 2 of the steps. Now we're going to add our partial products together, keeping very careful note of our place value. So I have 1,200, I have 60, I have 300 plus 15. And now I need to add these up, so it's a little easier addition than the last one. 6 plus 1 is 7, 2 plus 3 is 5, bring down the 1, and my final answer is 1,575. I hope that helped. Try some more on your own. You can always ask your parents to use a calculator to check your answers, but practice, practice, practice helps on succeeding at multiplication of 2 digits and, well, any multiplication. So that's all for now. And now I get to say goodbye. Bye.